is on.
Good evening and thank you for your patience. Apologies for our technical issues. I'm Laurie Glover, I'm FMC's Marketing Director, and it's not often that I get a chance to pop in front of the camera. When I had the chance to introduce Anthony Gedge this evening, I couldn't resist. 2021 is Anthony Gedge's 19th year in dentistry. Gedge co-founded a charity called Dental Mavericks in 2008 with the aim to end daily dental pain for people worldwide that had no access to pain-free dentistry. Dental Mavericks have now helped more than 100,000 beneficiaries gain access to pain-free dentistry worldwide. Gedge is also the founder of Digital Disruptive Dentistry, which focuses on leveraging AI technology and software to dramatically differentiate dental practices, whilst at the same time helping dentists to more effectively collect, converse, convert, and care for patients from a distance. He is responsible for millions of website hits, many of which are on dentistry.co.uk, hundreds of thousands of measured and recorded phone calls and free consults, plus hundreds of thousands of high-profit procedure treatment guide downloads and 6-piece comprehensive trust packages sent in the post for any human interaction. Gedge likes to call this his TCO in a box. Finally, 8 years ago, Gedge took John Lennon and Elvis Presley's teeth on tour around the UK dental practices in a fight against mouth cancer. The stunt was shown on TV around the globe, including the BBC in the UK, ABC in America, and it was even featured in the Indian Times. Please, without any further ado, welcome the Gedge, as he's known in the dental monitoring world. Over to you, Anthony.
Thank you very much, Laurie, and thank you for joining me in the morning, wherever you are, or if you're in the UK or in Spain, in Europe, it's the evening. So, super successful open day success in troubled times. Now, in front of me, I've got a CD here. It's an analog CD. And this CD was produced in 1996, 2 years after I opened my first nightclub in Sheffield. And I had a record label. And this is one of the CDs that we produced. And I still listen to some of the music from this. Love to Be was the name of my first club. And I've got a CD player. So it's analog. Even though I listen to digital Spotify, for example, I'm still using analog and I'm still using digital. And the ideas that I want to share with you tonight are using a combination of analog, the old school, versus the new school, which is virtual digital. And I really should have called this presentation, this training, I should have called it hybrid dentistry, because that's the way we're moving. So we've now got hybrid cars which use petrol and use electricity at the same time. And that's what's happening in dentistry. We're still using the old analog, but it's also a hybrid now with virtual platforms such as Smilemate and dental monitoring. So just a quick background on how I got into dentistry, because everybody asks me, how did you get from nightclubs and into dentistry? Well, I started off, bizarrely enough, training bank managers after I come out of nightclubs. And I trained over 2,500 RBS bank managers on how to gain more referrals from their existing customers. And then one of the bank managers introduced me to a guy in Leeds called Brendan Hudson, who owned a dental laboratory, PDS Dental. Brendan eventually sold the other year to Dental Directory. And I worked with Brendan over the years to help him grow his business. And in fact, he's coming over to Spain on Monday, where I live, and we're going to be hooking up. So, lots of new ideas for you tonight. Now, what I'd like you to do, just to see what audience I've got today, is underneath your video, you've got a chat, ask a question button. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put a number 1 in there if you are a Smilemate user, and put a number 2 in there if you're not a Smilemate user. So just please do that now. It'll take about 20 to 30 seconds for it to catch up. So number 1, you're a Smilemate user. Number 2, you're not a Smilemate user. And then we'll have a look at that as well. So let me, before I share what we're going to be doing this evening, this is my latest thinking in terms of marketing. So it's a new patient virtual journey. And what we do in marketing is we collect prospects, or we collect leads. And these leads are potentially for your open day, yeah? Then we converse with that prospect, we engage with them. And we do that through various softwares. We do that through free consultations, for example, or what I call virtual visits. Then we convert that prospect through virtual visit software, which is like a Zoom software. Then we care for that patient, because now they're a patient. We care for them from a distance, and we do that through dental monitoring, for example. So let me share what I've got for you today. So I'm going to go through why Smilemate is an open day every day. I'm going to be looking at what's working right now, what's not working in attracting Invisalign patients, for example, what your TCOs must do before, during, and after successful open days, how to increase virtual word of mouth referrals, how to package and promote and profit from your virtual smile journey. I hope you've got a virtual smile journey. If you haven't, then you're in the right place. Then we're going to look at Smilemate and how it gives you your own web page. Now, a lot of dentists think that they have to have a website to use this amazing software. Well, you don't, because you get your a little web page, so you can get going immediately. And that's part of the process that I've been using for over a year now with existing clients. Then I'm going to give you 7 pre-qualifying, pre-trust building systems and SOPs. And then towards the end, I've got a special offer worth over £1,000. So you must stay on this evening and to get all this stuff that I haven't shared before. I've been using these strategies for the last 19 years with clients, but it's the first, well, I've done another webinar before purely for Smilemate users, but now this has gone public. Okay, so let me now show you this from a client of mine.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Andy Toy. I'm an Invisalign dentist, having completed over 900 cases since 2007. I'm an international clinical speaker for Align Technology, and I'm also the co-director of the postgraduate diploma in clear aligner therapy with my friend Raman Olak. Now, I've been working with Tony Gedge to encourage to get more Invisalign patients and convert more of them into treatment for the last year or so, and I can highly recommend him as a marketeer. Now, you can see I've been in dentistry quite a while. In fact, when I first started dentistry, we weren't allowed to advertise. So I've been aware of all the changes and developments in advertising in dentistry throughout the last 40 years of my career. And one of the things I know about Tony is he's an old school marketeer. He really understands how to engage prospective patients and, crucially, how to build trust. And now Tony is using all the modern methods of electronic communication as well to add to that. And this is a combination that I haven't yet seen in any of the other marketeers I've come across. So I highly recommend Tony to you to go and have a chat with him and see if Disruptors of Dentistry can help you get more patients and, crucially, build trust with them so that they will convert to the best Invisalign that you can do.
Okay, thank you for that, Andy. And so I've got your questions back here, which is, oops, just bear with me, my software's going a little crazy. There we go. A bit of a glitch there, apologies. So let me just go back to the questions. So we've got about a 50-50 split actually of new users to Smilemate, and we've also got existing users. Now, if you're an existing user, you need to stay on to the end as well, because I've got something for you as well that will massively benefit you. Okay, so let me share this and see whether okay. No, it's oh, here we go. Okay, so AI technology, if you don't know, we are going through a huge, what they're calling the fourth industrial revolution. And this has just been announced last week. It's called Let's Get Checked. It's got £150 million funding series for comprehensive virtual care. And the owner says that we are seeing an unprecedented demand for at-home diagnostics and care as an alternative to traditional in-person medical visits. And we are expanding our offerings to include telehealth and treatment services to further help people live longer, happier, healthier lives. So we are at the dawn. You are on here this evening, and you were at the start. You're actually ahead of your competitors, but you're only ahead if you're going to take action on what I've got for you this evening. So for this training, I interviewed a few dentists who are doing incredible work with virtual technology and open days, and being a hybrid and combining them both. So I'm going to play you a couple of interviews that I did with Martina Hodgson, and they've never been seen before. And we're going to talk about deep discounting and why it's a mistake to deep discount for your open days. We're going to look at how to repackage your invisible value so you don't need to deep discount. We're also going to look at how to prepare your prospect before they come to your open day or before they come on a virtual visit with you. We're also then going to look at what an open day or a successful open day process looks like. And then we're going to look at how to get 35 free consults through word of mouth marketing. We're going to look at how to engage your prospects. We're going to look at the Smilemate platform. Now, if you're an existing Smilemate user, I can guarantee when I show you what I've been doing for clients with Smilemate, you won't have seen this before, because I've totally changed what goes on inside Smilemate. And then I'm going to give you a sneak peek into the future of attracting and converting Invisalign patients. So let's jump in with the first video with Martina, and we're talking about, do we really need to deep discount when we're doing open days? Just go back a bit now in terms of your social media marketing.
Yeah.
So do you deep discount, like there's a growing, there's a big growth, isn't there, in, £1,800 off Invisalign, come in for an open day. Do you do deep discounting?
So I don't like to discount a lot. I feel like the value of the service we provide and the outcomes that we provide for our patients, that we shouldn't be selling ourselves cheap. But there is no harm in added value. So what we tend to do is say that you're going to get free retainers, that you're going to get free teeth whitening, that you're going to get a free visit with the hygienist, you're going to get your scan and your consultation, and we add that value on in terms of a monetary value, so the patient still feels like they're getting a good deal. But yeah, I'm not a fan of deep discounting.
So what do you think to that? Yeah, you'll have seen it. Now I understand why some of us need to discount to get our discount from Invisalign, but you need to be very, very careful, or you will become known as the discounter and you will attract price shoppers. So what I'd like you to do now is just in the chat box again, I'd like you to put number 1 if you're an associate, number 2 if you're a principal. Number 1 if you're an associate, number 2 if you are a principal. And then we'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to look at how to, instead of discounting, how can we repackage what I call, well, it was actually a guy called Harry Beckwith years ago called invisible value. So let's have a look with Martina how we can do that.
So in essence, then you're packaging all the components of that journey. So I like to package Smilemate and say that, you know, this report, it's a free report, but if I was to sell it separately, you could easily charge £97. Yeah.
I think that's the great idea.
And so step number 1 is the free Smile Straight report. Step number 2 is your free virtual visit consult. So you could easily, again, you could easily say that this, you know, sold separately, this would be, you know, £87.
Mm.
And then the third step is the paid clinical assessment. So that's the paying for that. And then the fourth step is that the fourth step in terms of branding that up as your own, rather than, obviously it's dental monitoring, but it could quite easily be, you know, Martina's, you know, dentistry from a distance method.
Yeah, I think it's about, you've got your setup costs, which I think is about £50, and then it's £8 per month per patient.
So you set up, so I said 49 based, so that were based on 6 months. Was it? So set up 50, and then it's £10 a month.
I think it's £8 a month.
Sorry, £8 a month. £8 a month. So let's say average treatment of 12 months. So 12 times 8, you're better than maths at me, Martina.
It's 96, I think.
96, well.
I've been doing my homeschooling math today.
Have you? Come to the front of the class. Right, so that's £96 plus £50. So that's £146. So we're also going to throw in, it costs £146 on average for those 12 months. It costs £50 to set it up, and it's, you know, it's £8 a month. So that means you'd have to pay £146. We're also going to throw in the app as well for free, and then also the. Do you reuse the boxes, Martin?
Not at the moment with COVID, no.
Oh, okay. So and we're going to throw in the box. So the box is included in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're also going to throw in the box. So we've got the app here. So you show them the app. We've got this box here. We've got the retractors. That's there. So that's all of £146. So you can actually do a montage of the scan box. So a picture of the scan box, the retractors, picture of the phone with the app on. You know, usually 146, but free to our Smile Straight clients.
Yeah.
So you could actually package up everything there, and then do you use the Vivera retainers as well?
Yeah.
So the Vivera retainers, you know, worth £600, and whitening. Do you throw in the whitening, Martin?
Yeah.
So the whitening usually £400, so that's £1,000. So £1,000 plus the 146 plus the consult and the report. So it's about £1,300 there.
Value.
Of
Yeah.
value, the invisible value.
Yeah.
That we don't need to then deep discount. But you could also separate it into little pieces. So you've got 4 pieces of value there. So what you could do is, if you've got a 5-day Facebook campaign leading up to the open day, day 1 would be you get this free report worth £97. Click on the link here now, get your free report. Day 2 would be you get a free virtual consult, usually worth £77 with Jess, and you get that for free. Day 3, when you move forward, you get all this value as well, and it's worth £1,300, for example. So I think that we understand why people discount to get, bodies in, but as you said, we need to add value, and you're already offering a lot of value that's not priced up. Yeah, you're quite right. Because people don't know what they're getting, and they think they're comparing like for like, when they're comparing price, but they're not, are they?
Okay, so some ideas there. An attendee from the a webinar that I did previously actually took those ideas and put those ideas on his webpage as well, so we can add more value that way. So the next video that I'm going to show you is how to prepare or pre-prepare your prospects' minds and hearts. So let's have a look at this for open day success.
Okay, cool. So they're coming to you, the pre-prepared, both psychologically, emotionally, and financially.
They're sold. And we even, if they want finance, she'll discuss that with them in the free consult, and she'll make them do a soft credit check before they even come and see me. Because what was happening in the past is obviously patients were paying £100 for their consultation with me, and then they were applying for finance, and then they were getting rejected, and they kind of wasted their time and their money, and I've wasted my time. And so this way we do the soft credit check first. If it gets declined, then Tracy can have a conversation with them about, do they want someone else to apply for the finance, or do they want to pay in cash, and that kind of stuff. And it's all sorted before they come and see me. So all I have to focus on is what I need to do clinically.
Perfect. So which soft credit software do you use?
We're using Tabio at the moment.
Tabio?
Yeah.
I haven't come across that one. Tabio.
It's really good, actually. It's to have that soft check ability, which we weren't getting with Medenta. We couldn't do that. And then once they've completed, so what will happen once they've seen me and I've agreed that they can go ahead, they just complete the finance application. Their payments start straight away, and I get a payout the next day. So it pays the full amount the next day. So it's very quick. It's really easy. It's really easy to use.
Okay, so Tabio. So I've got clients now that are using Tabio, and they're asking for a separate web page, a link. So if you do have a website and you want to get longer term credit, because we don't know what's happening with Medenta, a lot of the players, Hitachi, have pulled out of the market. So with Tabio, to get the longer term credit in place, they're asking you to put a link on your website that actually takes prospects away from your website, which I'm not too keen on. Anyway, I digress. If you want to ask me more about how we're doing that, then please let me know. Right, so we've now got a mix. So we've got associates on this call, and we've also got dental principals on this call. And coming up for associates, you don't need your own website. Yeah, If you have got a website, then I'll also show you some ideas as well. So let's jump straight back in with Martina.
Okay, so let's talk about the actual, so when they're there. So you're taking a deposit, refundable deposit for the cons to show up on the open day?
Yeah, we take £20.
Do you take a refundable deposit for the virtual visit as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so £20 refundable deposit. So what's the process when they arrive, Martina?
Yeah, so the treatment coordinator will take them through, obviously, to her room, and she will talk them through Invisalign and how it, well, she's obviously going to build rapport, she's going to ask them questions, what it is they're looking to achieve, you know, what they want, what their worries and concerns are, and then she will do an iTero scan. So then she'll do that, and then show them the outcome simulation, so she can start getting them excited about treatment, explain about Invisalign to them, and how the whole journey and how the whole process works for them. And really that whole first appointment is a really important part of the consent process, which means that by the time they come and see me for their assessment, there's, you know, they've already had a lot of consent gone on already. I don't have to talk about attachments and IPR and how Invisalign works and how often they change it and does it hurt and all that kind of stuff. She's done that already.
Okay, thank you, Martina. So are we getting some of this? Are we getting some good ideas? You know, if you're new to doing open days, if you're long in the tooth doing open days, just drop me in the ask a question, just drop me a yes if you're getting some value from this training. Thank you. Right, so moving quickly along. I've got so much for you this evening. I always overwhelm, but that's just my style. I want to give you as much as possible. So now let's have a look how Martina got 35 consults through word of mouth. And word of mouth referrals, you know, that is it really. That's where it's at. Yes, we do open days. Yes, we do good, but really referrals is where it's at. They convert more. They're already sold. It costs virtually peanuts to for the cost of sale and cost per lead for that. So let's have a look at this.
I have not got time to do open days. I'm too busy to do open days. The next month, we've got 35 consults booked in with me. I don't need to do open days at the moment.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's insane.
Where are these 35 coming from?
Word of mouth. That's really, my marketing budget's just going down and down, and we're getting more and more because we're obviously getting more and more word of mouth. Spending.
Just for dentists listening to this, what are the 3 tips that you can give to get more word of mouth?
Well, number 1 is you need to provide an amazing service. You need to deliver, you need to over-deliver. Well, under-promise and over-deliver, isn't it, always? So you need to make patients really happy and really well looked after and give them the result that they want. So that's number 1, because if you're not doing that, you're not going to get any word of mouth. I know what you should be doing to get word of mouth, and to be honest, I'm really lazy. But what I do a lot of is I post a lot of kind of testimonials and reveals, things like that on social media, and that's a really, really good way of kind of building that trust. And you know, ask for it, obviously, but I'm really bad, I'm sure like most dentists, at asking for word of mouth. But when patients tell me they've referred someone, you know, obviously I'm really thankful to them, and maybe I should be giving them a gift, I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I think they're doing it for altruistic reasons, and I think if you're genuinely grateful to them, I don't know, they're not doing it because they want something. And you can incentivize people to refer you, but I just don't feel like I need to, because I feel like we're giving that service to our patients. They're just naturally doing it.
Perfect. So what I would say, Martina, is so back in the day, I used to teach companies, and especially I consulted for Royal Bank of Scotland, Coots & Co, and NatWest. And in 1 year, I trained 2,500 commercial bank managers on how to get more referrals from their existing customers. And there were a lot of different ways to do that. But the biggest way that I found and worked really well was the handwritten thank you card. Thank you for your kind referral. Really appreciate it. Bosh, 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 bosh. Kiss, kiss, kiss. And just that very act, what we started to notice was across the board that your referrals rate went up 1.5 times.
I think that's an absolutely brilliant idea, and I agree that must work. Amazing, and I'm going to start doing it next week, because I think that is brilliant. Because I always ask who referred. You know, they come in and say, so my friend referred, and I always ask, but then you forget, and the next time you see that person, you forget that they referred someone. So I think that's brilliant. It takes a minute of your time, and it will mean a real lot to that person.
Cool. And then the second, then we discovered how to double the referral rate, and that was through gifting.
Okay.
Now, we never, as you've said, we don't incentivize for referrals. So we don't say refer us and I'll give you X. But what happens is that when you gift a person for their business, then we found that it doubled the referral rate. So for you and for years, what I tell my clients is that once a treatment has been done, on that day, have a £30 bunch of flowers waiting at home for her.
So what I do, when my patients have finished their treatment, is I give them a bottle of Prosecco.
Oh, nice.
And it's actually branded with my logo. And they love it. They absolutely love it.
Great.
Okay, so some good ideas, yes. So Martina mentioned something called reveal videos. You might be asking, what are reveal videos? So reveal videos are part of the 4 R's that we need to do at the end of treatment, and that one of the R's is reveals. And all reveals are is that you, and we also call it the moment in the mirror. So when you take off braces, for example, or you are ready to show her the final smile, then you have a camera going. You obviously ask her permission, and you film her going, "Oh, wow, look at my new smile." Now here's a tip, and I got this off a client, Mark Skimming, a couple of years ago from the Pain-Free Dentistry group, and he said that he was encouraging his practices. He's got a small group in Scotland. He's got up to 10 practices now, and he found that when he was doing the reveal, the moment in the mirror, they edge forward and to the mirror and go, "Oh yeah," they're excited, but they're looking for the indiscretions. So what he said he started doing is he's got a big TV screen, and he just puts it up on the TV screen so they can't look for the minutiae. Okay. And then also the thank you card for referrals. So we must track and measure referrals that come in so we can thank our patients, and you'll see your referral flow increase. And if you want that template, the thank you card template that I've used for years in dentistry, then drop me an email to disruptors, not ORS, but ERS, disruptors, ERS, @gmail.com. Okay, so moving on, how then do we engage prospects when we're doing an open day. And these ideas just aren't for an open day either. It's for every day.
Like I said before, I do think Smilemate is a real integral part of making a successful open day. What it saves you in terms of, you know, wasted time, no shows, because obviously it's a good qualifier. If they're not bothered to upload their photographs, they're not bothered to turn up. And just being able to build that relationship with that patient and improve it before they've even come in. They've had quite a lot of communication before they've even come in. It really helps to build their expectations of what to expect on the day, and it's going to save a lot of time and money. So I would say it's a definite to use it for your open days and for all your consults in general.
So how do we use Smilemate? Well, you get a link that you can send out to your prospects and patients, and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so you can see my screen there. So this is inside a client's account, Smile Straight. And on the left here, we've got a button called integration. And this link here is your, so you copy that. That is your link. So you don't need a website to get going with this. So I'm going to go now into incognito, just so, because I'm logged into all sorts of clients' accounts. I don't want it to disrupt it. So this is what the link looks like. So this is the web page. So this is the headline that so you can create your own headline, which I'll show you in a minute. So we have to get into emotions. People buy in emotions. I'm not going to go into that, but they do. We do. You do. So relieve the frustration of your tangled, twisted, crooked smile. Then they watch a video of how to upload 6 selfies, and then they put their information in there. Then they get a free report. So then on the left, we've got customization. So we can customize the web page. So as you can see here, you can put your own message. So this is used for this client purely for ortho. Yeah, I like to do specific treatment campaigns, not, you know, doing all campaigns. And then you can put your own text in here, but you may as well just, you know, you can just steal this. That will need changing. So free jaw in lockdown. Then you've got some questions here. So these are qualifying questions. So you can ask qualifying questions when people fill in the form. So you can pre-qualify them so you don't get time wasters. So that's how you can do that. Then you've got vision. I'm not going to go into vision tonight, but vision basically allows you to do a simulation with train track braces, with ceramic, porcelain braces. Sorry, it's porcelain braces. So you can do a before and after. You just move a cursor over the. So what I like to do is when you're speaking with a prospect, is that show them the train track, just so they can contrast what they would look like with train track and then compared to invisible aligners, for example. Then we've got the treatment catalogue. So we've got the observation list. So the observation list, I won't go into here, but this is just purely, I use this purely for ortho. So we block out all the areas that we don't want to confuse patients with. Yeah. Then we've got a treatment list. And the treatment list is something that this isn't standard. So this is what I've adapted. So when they get a report, I want lots of good information in here, that the patient can consume. And there's always a call to action at the end of each one of these blocks. So then we've got meet your Smile Advisor, which is, I call them Smile Advisors, but this is a meet Donna, the TCO, click to book your complimentary consultation, meet Andy Toy, then we've got questions and answers. So I won't go into that, but that is a quick overview how you can get started quickly with Smilemate. So I'm going to jump now onto Martina and why every day is an open day.
And we'll leave on this one, but the somebody sent me a message about Smilemate. So with open days, so with Smilemate, open day is every day. So
yeah.
Rather than doing just, obviously do your open day, but what this person said was, but when you use Smilemate, you can have an open day every day by getting them in with your TCO every day through continual marketing.
This is it. And I think I agree with you in that I think you should be having a really steady stream of patients through your doors and not just doing like a surge, every 3 months. And I worry that people will get fatigue in seeing these open days advertised all the time. I think having the open day tool up your sleeve, if you in a quiet period, or when you're coming up to a time of the year that might be quiet, like December or January, having like a push in November is a really, really good way of just counteracting that. But I think not to be careful not to overuse it. I know some dentists disagree with me, the successful dentists, and they use open days all the time.
Okay, well, as you say, I think it's you need a mix of both. And because some are doing heavy marketing 1 month, then no marketing the next month. But if you can do that, but also you see, as soon as you set your Google Ads and your Facebook for the normal, free consults, that just keeps popping
rolling in. Yeah.
I remember we used to do a Saturday morning open day. So the people that have got the most money are obviously the busiest, and especially with young mothers. So Saturday morning, I've found over the years, Saturday morning, the average patient order value is 1.5 times more. So what I mean by that, so if you're presenting something on a Saturday morning to Sunday, it will increase 1.5 times. Purely because, why do you think that is? Do you think with people on a Saturday? Why will
I think people are more relaxed. They're not thinking about work. They've got an open mind, and I think Sundays are good as well.
Yeah, perfect.
People are in that frame of mind to think about themselves and not worry about everything else that's going on. Perfect.
That's it. And they can leave the children with Sunday as well. They don't have to. They're not going back to work. So, before lockdown, they'd be excited because they're going out for lunch and shopping, going out Saturday night.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We always do ours on a Friday and a Saturday, but there's no reason why you shouldn't think about doing it on a Sunday as well.
Good idea. Fabulous, Martina. Dozens and dozens of ideas as usual with you, so thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
you've given me some as well, which is fab.
Thank you for your...
I'm going to get writing my notes. I'm going to get some nice little notebooks. There you go.
Well, do you use... What I do, Martina, is I still write notes while I'm chatting, but I use otter.ai. So otter.ai, so it's linked with my Zoom. So when I'm chatting, it transcribes.
Oh, that's clever.
Now, I used to use, for video testimonials and all sorts of marketing stuff, I used to use, for years, rev.com. The typist transcribes it. My bill used to be like £3 a month for clients' videos and stuff. And just recently, I've come across otter.ai.
I'm writing this down. And do you have to pay for it?
Guess what my bill is now a month?
What?
$8.
Wow.
So,
you know what I'm thinking? This is an amazing consent thing as well, because when my TCO is doing her virtual consults and when I'm doing my virtual ClinCheck reviews, if I had everything transcribed in my ClinCheck review, then I can just slot it straight into my notes.
perfect. So what it does is, do you want me to quickly show you? So let's have a look at Otter then. So this is it. So basically you can record like now. So when you do your ClinCheck, you can obviously get consent, or TCO can get consent, whatever it is you're doing. Say, look, I'm just going to press record. I'll send you the recording to you with a transcribe so you can see what we've discussed as well. So you can use it in your TCO meetings and for your ClinCheck. Just press record, and then it records the full conversation. So let's have a go. Hello.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm with Martina, and we are doing a ClinCheck. Do you consent, Mrs. Johnson, for X, Y, and Z? So as you can see, Martina, it's like 99% accurate, but you can go in and change it if you need to.
That's just blown my mind. I think that's amazing.
I've been trying to get clients, some are using it for a while for ClinChecks and consent with TCOs.
Does Andy use it?
I've showed him it, he got excited about it.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Social, so right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you this. So what it does, it then creates an audio, and then it transfers it into, so this is, so as recently I've just been we've been videoing you in your practice, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a transcribe of you. So I asked the question, what have you had for your breakfast?
An egg, always an egg.
So yeah, it's a fabulous piece of kit. And then you can also edit it. You can insert photos, so you can insert before and afters in here, or, you know, ClinCheck pictures or whatever you want into the actual transcribe. Then you can share it, so you can email people or just share the link, and then you send that to your patient as well. So it's a fabulous little tool.
That is fantastic.
Okay, so we are nearly at the end, and so I'm going to now just go through with you some ideas on the future of marketing, so we can have an open day every day and not just do the open day marketing. Now, in front of you, this is a web page. So when we're marketing, we offer the prospect something of value. Now, these days it's called a lead magnet, but back in the day, it's called a guide. And for a lot of my clients over the years, I've created hundreds of ebooks and books as well as lead magnets. So the books here, you can't really see them. Might show them in a minute. But this is a basic web form that we embed on a web page, a nice website. So the prospect requests a package. So they fill in the name and their details. Then they get an SMS message. So they'll get an SMS message, and so they'll fill in the details, and they'll get an instant SMS message with a link in that message to a to an ebook. Yeah. And some of the books that I've published for clients over the years, Authority Dentist Publishing. So some of the books for clients, different specific treatments, for example, and they request the ebook, and then they get an email saying, well, you've requested this ebook, what's your postal address? We'll send you it in the mail. Then what happens is they go into a follow-up sequence, but then once they've clicked on the SMS, then an hour later, they'll get another SMS with a link to book a virtual visit online with a Smile Advisor, a TCO. And then once they've triggered that, it triggers all sorts of other actions for the practice and for the patient to show up and to drip out social proof. So they believe you before they actually meet you. Believe you before they meet you. Classic. What we do before they meet you, what we do during, and what we do after. The BDA principle, before, during, and after. Anyway, so I'll show you this next that I'm excited about, which is Q&A. So before they come in for a Q&A, before they come in for a consult or for your open day, you can send out a link to this software that I've been developing. So just bear with me. My it's saying I'm using too much memory. So anyway, I'll carry on. I'll press that to ignore. Ignore. Oh, my computer has now locked up. So just bear with me. Ignore. Right. Okay, just bear with me. Right. So you can see my screen here. So we'll just have to try ignore that. But this is the Q&A. So this is an actual link, and it can actually, so you don't need a website because it's a website on its own. So as in this page, but you can also embed it in your website as well. So people don't buy because they've got questions and answers, right? They've got their own beliefs and core beliefs that we need to break and rebuild. So these are the top Q&As for clear aligners, for example. Is Invisalign painful? Are aligners easy to wear? How long does it take? How much is it? Why can't I just buy the cheap home-based treatment? So that we're throwing rocks there at the Smile Direct Club, yeah? So let's say that your prospect clicks on, are aligners easy to wear?
Are aligners easy to wear? Yes, aligners are easy to wear. You can pop them in and out. You take them out, it's cleaning for the rest of the time, and you keep them in your mouth for at least 22 hours a day.
So we get your TCO or yourself to record the top Q&As. And then what happens, once they've clicked that, there's then 4 calls to action. So they can simply upload 6 selfies. So they'll click on that, and then that goes directly to your Smilemate page. So again, you don't need your own website. It just goes straight into that page. Then the other call to action, as you can see here, sorry, it's my computer's running really slow now with all this stuff open. So the other call to action, so I'll just click on how long does Invisalign take, and then it takes you through to the call to action.
How long does a straight treatment take? Well,
So the next call to action B is your virtual Smile Straight phone visit. So they click on that and then they go to a calendar to book their virtual visit. And then the third call to action is that they can download your ebook. So this is the ebook, created hundreds of ebooks throughout the years. And we use that in Google ads. We use it on Facebook, get your Smile Straight ebook. And in the ebook, various calls to action, but also lots of what we call tip, building trust, influence, and persuasion. Now, if you don't build a tip before you meet your smile advisor or before they come into the practice, your job is so hard to convert that prospect. So the idea is that they come to you already pre-sold. Yeah, they want to buy. So it makes it easier for you and your TCO. So this is an example of a Smile Straight ebook. Here's Andy Toy. So we're positioning the dentist. Somebody mentioned in the questions earlier that you've got a lot of practices in your area. Well, to position yourself differently, this is the type of stuff that you have to do. You can't just throw up a web page, and you can do, but we do all the heavy lifting in the ebook, for example, and then they also get sent this book in the post, what we call a trust package. So we're building trust, influence, and persuasion, what we call in a vacuum. So they've got your undivided attention in their living room on their sofa. So from sofa to practice. Then in the ebook, they can click here to again get your Smilemate link and lots of other calls to action through that. So we're just about done now. So I'm going to now show you something special. So did you know today is the National Eat Your Vegetables Day globally? Well, to coincide with that, I've done a special offer on National Eat Your Vegetables Day. So I like to coincide marketing with something that's relevant. So I've got a special offer for you this evening. So what is the special offer? Well, the special offer is that I'm going to give you 2 months free access to my Disruptors of Dentistry Club. And for the past 17 years, I've produced a printed newsletter that goes out to my inner circle. So I want to send you that every month for 2 months. I also then want to send you some inserts. So I do inserts as well. So this is the inspirational dentistry insert. So how to motivate your team. And also I do another separate insert, and that's called the virtual practice. So the virtual practice on this one here, I wrote about a client that's using a nurse on his iPad. So he's hired a nurse that just works through an iPad, and I've called it the iPad nurse. And I spoke to him the other week, and he's having great success with this nurse on an iPad. We know how difficult it is to recruit nurses and associates and hygienists at the minute, don't we? So I want to give you those 2 inserts as well, but you also get them digitally. I also do a monthly video interview, and the other month I interviewed a client and a friend, Richard Howarth, on how he started his own plan, his own club, and so he's not giving away his profit to a plan provider. So I interview all sorts of different people. I also do a monthly How to Disrupt. And as you can see, this software that I'm using this evening is called Ecamm Live. And last month I did a How to Disrupt video on how to use Ecamm Live rather than sharing your screen with Zoom and getting face-to-face contact for your TCOs like I'm doing here. Also, you get 2 15-minute mentoring sessions with me over 2 months as well. So that's what I want to offer you this evening. But I also want to offer you as well. I also want to offer you access. And I'm also going to give you a 28-day trial to Smilemate in a minute. And before I do that, I'm also going to give you access to the 28-day Smilemate challenge. Now, this is a special Facebook group that is full of incredible content on how to use Smilemate. There's lots of case studies of dentists, principals in here of how they're using Smilemate, how they're getting cases. In here, we ran an Invisalign Smile Straight competition through Smilemate, getting people to sign up to Smilemate to win a 5,000 Invisalign smile. So there's lots of ideas on how to market Smilemate in here. And it's just an incredible resource in here. Just amazing stuff. So I also want to give you 28-day access into here as well. I also want to give you access into this online training course. So this online training course will allow you to basically, the goal is to collect 10 new patient screenings through Smilemate in 28 days. I want to help you converse with those 10 new screenings. I also want to help you convert those new screenings into £10,000 worth of new treatments. And this is done through this online training. And the online training here is there's 12 videos in here that you're going to get for absolutely nothing. It's totally free. I've interviewed 6 dentists in here. So let me jump here. This module here. So this module here is how to take action. And I've written adverts for you to use, Smilemate adverts for you to use as emails here. I've created 7 adverts to use in emails to existing patients, to use on Facebook, to use in your marketing as well. So that's all there with videos on how to do that. I've also got in there my book, which is The Invasion of the Straight Teeth Snatchers, which is how to convert patients before, during, and after. You're going to get that free book. Now, tonight, I'm not asking you for any money whatsoever. We're going to give you all this for free for 28 days. And I'm going to show you how you can get free Smilemate and Vision for free for 28 days. Also here you can see there's interviews with Dr. Amo. Dr. Amo is a leading aligner practitioner, and he uses Smilemate with every patient. So not just for marketing, he uses it with every patient for triaging. Incredible interview. I interviewed Dr. Keely Thorne, who's an associate. She didn't have a website when she started using Smilemate. She's absolutely smashing it with Smilemate. So there's an amazing video interview there. Matt Clare, an orthodontist, how he's building trust ahead of each appointment by using Smilemate. Also here, how to run open days with social media strategies. So if you're wanting to do an open day, but you're not sure of how to promote it through social media, I give you all the lowdown there. And there's also 7 videos there as well on different marketing aspects for how to get going with Smilemate. So how do you get going? So the offer, sorry, just one second.
So I'm working at 2 practices.
1 second. So nationally, your vegetables they offer. So you get Disruptors of Dentistry membership worth £440 for 2 months. You get free trial for 28 days with Smilemate worth £199. You get a vision free trial, which is inside Smilemate. That's worth £149. And if you register before tonight, you'll get the 28-day Smilemate challenge, the private Facebook group that I've just shown you, and you also get the online course, and that's worth £297. So all that is worth over £1,000. So you will have been sent an email with a link into Smilemate, and I'm also going to ask Laurie to put it in the questions and answers. So if you go into the questions and answers, you'll get the link there to sign up. And this is an associate that used Smilemate after.
So I'm working at 2 practices, an associate of both. I have recently, well, I've had Smilemate for a good few months now, actually. So we sent out an offer to all of our, or sort of an email to all of our existing patients explaining that we had an offer on Invisalign, but to be accepted for the offer, they would need to fill out the Smilemate link, and then they'd receive details of the offer. We gave them sort of brief ideas that they'd have money off. I think we said it's up to £500 off or something like that, included whitening, but it was only available to existing patients that went through the Smilemate link. And we had, within that weekend, if I remember correctly, we had quite a few come back to us, but we had 2 sign up and pay the full amount before they'd come in for their exam. And yeah, they're almost finished now, so that's really good.
So so had you come across that idea before you came into the 28-day challenge?
No, that was from the challenge. If I'm honest, I didn't think a lot of this would work, to be completely honest, but it's really taken off. And I think the fact that they were our existing patients, so they trusted us already, so they knew what we were kind of about. That was a really good and safe place to start. But it's crazy. So we've been doing Invisalign and pushing it with our own marketing for a while, yet there are still these patients within our own practice that come every 6 months who'd obviously slip through the net and we're ready to go ahead with it.
Okay, so how do we sign up? So you just follow the link. We're going to do questions and answers in a minute. So just follow the link. You'll be asked to put your credit card in, right? That's the system. I can't change that, yeah? But you can change, so you can cancel within 28 days. So just set your calendar, day 27, you just go into my account and you just press cancel. But I can guarantee once you're in the private Facebook group and once you've got this online course, I can guarantee you won't be cancelling. It will transform the way that you get new patients and to use with existing patients, yeah? So that's how we work it. Get yourself signed up. It's a no-brainer. You get all this value worth over £1,000. Do it before tonight and you get free access into the Facebook group and the online course as well. So questions and answers. So please put in your questions in underneath the video or any comments that you've got, and let's have a chat. And we'll also ask Laura if you put the Smilemate link in there as well, so people can click on that link. Okay, so Anna Adams, so many practices in my area. Could you just please expand on that? But Smilemate will differentiate you from the blood red ocean that is your competition. But feel lost. Iman, feel lost, if you can just expand on that. Michael Donald's, plenty of value, thank you. Catherine, yes, brilliant, thank you. Anna Adams, it feels like Christmas with all these. So any more questions and answers, please add it in here. And Laurie, can you put the link in here for Smilemate so people can sign up before midnight tonight to get all the Facebook access and the online training as well.
Anthony, just to let you know, we've put that link out there now. And if you want to read some more of the questions, if you click the question, that will expand the question for you.
Okay, sorry. Right, okay. So Anna, practice manager, so many practices in my area discounting heavily to win new business and devalue, and everyone's offering. It's so frustrating. How can we educate other practices without accusations of cartel practices? Well, Anna, just let me grab this book here. And you get this book as well when you sign up. But this is called The Invasion of the Straight Teeth Snatchers. And I wrote this 7 years ago. And the title says it all, The Invasion of the Straight Teeth Snatchers. Basically, what that means is that I was predicting this heavy competition. And it's now more fierce than ever before. So all associates now have either done Invisalign course or they're going on an Invisalign course. The cost per click in Google for Invisalign in some areas is now £11 per click. I remember when I first started years and years ago, it was something like 25 pence per click. So this huge competition now. And we have to differentiate ourselves, and using Smilemate and some of the strategies and tactics that I've spoke about this evening is just one way to differentiate yourself from the blood red ocean. Thank you for that question, Anna. So, Iman, hi, I'm very sorry, but feel lost. I'm a bit old-fashioned. Well, as Andy Toy said about me at the beginning, I'm an old-school marketeer, but I'm a hybrid marketeer. I'm mixing the old with the new, and Smilemate is the new. If you want to ask me any questions, Iman, please do so. Anna, it feels like Christmas with all these presents you're giving away. Thank you very much. I don't know whether that's sarcastic or not. I hope you do sign up for this no-brainer. And Michael, an associate, thanks so much for your presentation, Gedge. What do you think the next big thing in dental marketing? You're always ahead of the curve. So what is the next big thing? Well, I wouldn't say it's the Smilemate, of course, is the next big thing, but it's now. Dental monitoring is the next big thing, but it's now. But what I'm not seeing, so clients that have got, or practices have got Smilemate and have got dental monitoring, they're not actually marketing that to position themselves differently in the local marketplace. So they're not doing any videos about it. They're not, so first and foremost, we need to start by marketing this huge differentiator in our local practice. But being hybrid, so email is on the decline for marketing, but it's still very relevant. But I'm also being hybrid, so we've introduced SMS. We're doing online booking now for TCOs. To take the heat away from reception. I've just written an article. Reception is the end of reception. So reception won't be around in 3 years' time. It's all going to be virtual as well. So we need to be prepared for that. So lots of exciting opportunities in marketing dentistry. So thank you for those. Anna saying it's not sarcasm. Kiss, kiss. Thank you very much. So thank you for joining me, and thank you to Laurie, the producer for this evening from FMC. And if you want to watch it again, you'll get a replay. Don't forget, follow the link, sign up before midnight tonight to get access into the private Facebook group for all those ideas. And we're not just using Smilemate for marketing, we're using it for all sorts of different ways that you will have never heard about. So get yourself signed up tonight and take this free trial. It really is a no-brainer. Thank you very much.